Heidi ho, time to flow. January full moon, first full moon of 2023. Wolf moon on the rise this evening. So let's come on down to our mats. Bring it in with the vibrations of a full moon flow. We'll move in every direction. It's a shorter flow. It's the beauty of a recording. If you're just coming in and you're warm, you'll probably be able to jump right in, no problem at all. If at any time you need to pause, especially if you're coming in a little colder, maybe straight from the computer or driving in the car, hit pause at any time and take the time that you need to work into your flow. I try to keep them a little shorter for recording purposes. But as always, listen to your body, take exactly what you need, make this full moon flow, really open up the body, allowing the movement and the breath to come in so you can manifest what you need for this next cycle of the moon. All right, with that, let's come to seated. Allow the eyes to close, palms can just come to the lap, falling open. Let's take a nice big inhale through the nose. Open mouth on the release. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, open mouth. How about one more? Inhale, bringing it in. Full release out. Settling in now for just a moment. I'd like to invite you to switch that breathing pattern to full nasal breathing. The inhales coming in through the nose. Hold for just a moment at the top of the inhalation. Press the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Allow the full exhale to come out through the nose now. Taking this time to set up your intention for your full moon practice. What is it that you'd like to invite in for this next moon cycle? More importantly, what is it that you're letting go of? What are you making space for? As always, this breath is your goal for the practice. If at any time the breath starts coming a little bit too choppy, find a place where you can dial it back. Child's pose is a really nice place. And then as mentioned, you can always just press pause and then jump back in when you're ready. Your breath, your time. I'll meet you at hands and knees. Lining shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Tucking the toes under. Let's find our way into cat-cow. The inhale lifts the chest and the tailbone. Belly is soft and dropping down. Exhale, hollow out. The body pull the belly button to the spine. Moving back and forth between cat and cow. So again, this is your breath moving you. Feel free to take a pause, one or the other. Usually your body will let you know when you need a little bit more than a breath in one place or the other. We're looking for full release up and down the spine, full activation also through the core. Adding any additional movement here will probably feel really nice. Wags of the tail, shifts of the body back and forward, anything that feels good to you. I think two more full breaths. That seems to even things out a bit. And once you've released that second full exhale, or last exhale, I guess I should say, we'll make our way to kneeling again. Toes are tucked under. We'll sit the hips back towards the heels, just getting into a high kneel here. To ignite the glutes, activate, squeeze those glutes, take a peek up at the sky. Hands can be on the hips, hands can be to low back. This is a very gentle heart opener, not pressing back, not releasing all the way back into camel pose. This is just a gentle heart opener, checking in. You should feel front body fully activating, quads fully activating, glutes fully activating, and then a giant release through the front body, through the heart, shoulders, head and neck, just relax. Take it to some gentle rotations now. So inhale as you get nice and tall. Right hand is to the low back on the exhale. Begin taking the gaze over the right shoulder as you take a gentle rotation towards the right. Left fingertips extending to the sky as you go. releasing all the way back to center. On the inhale, left hand now coming to the low back, right fingertips preparing. The exhale is where we get that gentle rotation. So it's a gentle press into the low back, right fingertips begin to extend, gaze comes out over the left shoulder. Gentle rotation to the left. And then a release all the way back to center. We'll settle in now to a lower kneeling position, so untucking the toes and let the seat just come all the way down to the heels. We'll get a half squat, half kneel. So the right shin stays placed right down on the mat. The left foot comes up as if it was in a squat position. Let's check it out on the other side, see how it feels. So come back to your low kneel in the center and then a half squat, half kneel on the other side. Eeks, I will tell you right away, I feel a difference from side to side. So feel free, maybe up a little higher on one side, maybe down a little lower. You know, it's the beautiful thing about our bodies, always just a little bit different side to side. It's how we're made. So we're looking for those little imbalances. Bodies are always talking to us. So it's really nice to see it, to feel it. Invite the breath in, invite the body, say, hey, what is it you're telling me here? When I'm feeling it a little more on one side than the other. So finding some fluid mobility now, moving through this half squat, half kneel. I already feel a little bit opening up. Left side's gonna be talking to me today, I think. I can hear you, left side. All right, so the next time, left shin is down and right foot is up. Let's get a little bit deeper. Taking the right foot forward on about a 45-degree. We'll find a deep lunge now. So leaning forward, allow the right knee to come all the way out. Now this is a deep lunge. It's a-okay if the knee comes out over the toes here. Take the right hand to the inside of the right foot, sweeping the left arm high. Gaze can follow along to that left palm. And then just a gentle release out, bringing that right shin back down. Find your low kneel. We'll move right in to the other side. So left foot now coming up, about a 45-degree. We're pretty wide on this lunge here, so go ahead and step it forward so you can lean way into it. Again, knee can come out over the toes. Probably feels nice to get that nice big stretch. Left fingertips to the inside of the left foot, sweeping the right arm high. And then scooching it right back. Find actually any kneeling position that feels good to you. So if it felt good to come down a little bit lower, it might be a nice stretch on the quads. Knees are probably loosening up a little bit. It still may feel a little better to have toes tucked and be up a little higher. Completely up to you. We'll get one full breath, kneeling position, inhaling here. Full release on the exhale. Before crawling our way out, find hands and knees for just a moment. This is where we line ourselves up for our transition to down dog. So check in, shoulders over wrist, hips over knees, tuck the toes, lift the hips high, press the heels down, find your way into downward facing dog. Lots of movement in this down dog, shaking out head yes and no, pedaling feet, moving from hand to hand, foot to foot. Again, checking in. Are there any signals that your body's sending you? Always listening, checking in, seeing what we can learn, seeing what we need. Moving now from down dog to high plank. So rolling to the balls of the feet on the inhale. As the chest pulls forward, line the shoulders up over the wrists. Take the full length of the exhale to get there to that high plank position. And once you do, inhaling, feeling the strength, feeling the stability. Exhale, take it back down dog. Exact same motion again. The inhale rolls us to the balls of the feet. Full length of the exhale for that unwind into high plank. Lining shoulders over wrists. Strong and solid, activated in the body. Exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Gently pedaling the feet. Again, shaking out the head, yes and no. Connecting to your breath. On the next inhale, roll to the balls of the feet. Take a deep bend in the knees. This time on the exhale, walk the feet to the hands front of the mat.
Lots of steps to get there. Take about a shoulder width stance once you do get there, dropping the head down, giving it a shake, yes. Giving it a shake, no. Soft in the knees, slow roll up. Now one vertebrae at a time, all the way up to the top. Head is the last thing to come up. When the head does come up, rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Take 2 or 3 of these shoulder rolls. It's a nice time to check in. Everything in upper body. Oh, what's hiding between the ears and the shoulders? Always something there, right? Let's take a full breath and just ask it to release. Stepping the feet together as you step to the front of your mat. Take a nice big inhale, fingertips coming down, reaching wide, stretching high. Extended mountain pose. How tall can the fingertips reach? Feel your strength from the very base all the way up the legs, through the core, up through the entire upper body and shoulders. On the exhale, diving forward, finding your way, forward fold. Inhale, palms to shins, halfway lift. Slight bend in the knees, hinging at the hips. Back is nice and flat, gaze just in front of the mat. Exhale, release back down, maybe a little deeper in that forward fold this time. Take a deeper bend in the knees, hands next to feet, big step back, finding your way into high plank. Inhale, shifting forward, exhale, lowering halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, releasing back, downward facing dog, full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, rolling up onto toes. Take a deep bend in the knees. Step or float now, feet to hands, front of the mat. Inhale, palms to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, the fingertips down, reaching wide, stretching high, finding your way back, extended mountain. Exhale, diving forward, forward fold. Inhale, palms to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, deeper bend in the knees, hands next to feet, big step back, high plank. Inhale, shifting forward, exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips high, heels down, sending it back, downward facing dog. Let's find 3 breaths in this down dog. Inhales together, settling in, sinking deeper on the exhales. Again, inhales. Exhales. Syncing up, one last breath here. Releasing it out. Pressing into the left foot now. Inhale the right leg high, finding 3-legged dog. Shoulders are square, hips are square. Right toes reaching. On the exhale, draw the right knee into the chest. Find a hover and a hold. We'll hold for the inhale. And then on the exhale, place the right foot down between the hands at the front of the mat. Spin the left foot flat, setting our base strong and solid. Let's take our time here. Feel your base connect down through the mat and into the earth. Grab an inhale now that lifts the upper body, finding your way into warrior 1 on this right side. You may need to pull the right hip back so you can square the shoulders and square the hips before the biceps reach to the ears, fingertips reaching to the sky. On the exhale, releasing down out of that warrior 1, one hand either side of the right foot, stepping up and back, high plank. Inhale, shifting forward, exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog, full breath in, full breath out. Pressing into the right foot now. Inhale, the left leg high behind you. Shoulders are square, hips are square, left toes reaching. On the exhale, draw the left knee into the chest. Hover, hold. Inhaling here. Exhale, place the left foot down between the hands, spin the right foot flat. So just like we did on the other side, let's build the base first. Then grab the inhale that lifts us up, finding our way into warrior 1 on this left side. Pulling right hip forward, left hip back. So you can square the shoulders, square the hips. Big breath in. And the breath out releases us. One hand either side of the left foot, stepping up and back, high plank. Inhale, shifting forward, exhale, lower. Inhale, upward, exhale. Downward facing dog, full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, rolling up onto toes, take a deep bend in the knees, step or float, feet to hands, front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink deep. Sitting back towards the heels. Feel the mobility start in the ankles now. So as you sit back, getting just a little bit deeper. We've got a little heat going on the body now. We want to use it. Big breath in. Seeking even deeper breath out. The inhale pulls us right out of that chair pose, extending into mountain. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, palms to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands next to feet, big step back, high plank. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to nose, hover, hold. Inhaling here. Exhale, set the right foot down between the hands, immediately dropping left knee to the mat. Go ahead and bring the chest up. So we'll check in here. We want about a 90 degree bend on both knees. So whereas when we were warming up just a minute ago, we were out in a wide lunge so we could drop in. This one's a little bit more narrow, 90 on each leg. Tilt the pelvis forward, tucking the tailbone. You should feel that left glute really activate. So the front of the left hip can open just a little bit. Inhale, sweeping the arms high, biceps to ears. On the exhale, left hand to the outside of the right knee, sweeping right hand or right fingertips down first and then back. The gaze can come along, following those right fingertips. Inhale, sweep it back high, biceps reaching to ears. On the exhale, we'll take a little reach back. So left palm comes and finds the left heel as the right fingertips reach high. Are you still squeezing that left glute? We want to keep that activation. Inhale, sweep it right up again, biceps to ears. Exhale, left hand to the inside of the right foot, sweeping right fingertips high. Big breath in. Breath out, let's switch it out. Right hand now to the inside of the right foot. Sweep the left fingertips down and around. You'll feel the hips open a bit as you go. Left fingertips reaching high. And then releasing that left hand down for a big sweep, squaring. I think I said squeak, but I meant sweep. Squaring everything up to the front of your mat. Square the hips, square the shoulders, biceps to ears. Activating now, strong and solid in that left leg as we transition to a low lunge. So the hands can drop down, floating out for balance. All of the weight coming to the right. First, I said all the weight, majority of the weight coming to the right foot. Left leg now, activated, strong, solid, hovering here in a crescent. Working to build our warrior one now from this position. So first, spinning the left foot flat, trying to square shoulders and hips. It takes a little bit of work, but drawing that right hip back, left hip forward. Here we go. Inhale, right back in, warrior one, right side. Big breath in, big breath out. Interlacing the hands back behind us. The inhale opens the heart. If you can't keep the hands bound here, no problem. You can always take a hug back behind. Big breath in as you open the heart. Peek up at the sky. Breath out, humble warrior. Drop the chest just to the inside of the right thigh. Head dropping down, solid yet soft. Releasing the clasp of the hands if they are still clasped. Inhale sweeps us right back in, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two, right side sinking in. Big breath in. Ha, committing to that warrior two on the breath out. Left fingertips trailing down the left leg. The inhale, how tall can you reach the right fingertips? The exhale, allowing the body to sweep back, reverse warrior. Inhaling, warrior two, pit stop. Exhale, right forearm to right thigh, left hand to the sky, side angle lunge. Big breath in. Hold for the breath out. Transitioning now to star pose. The inhale will lift the left fingertips high, and then it's a shift of the feet. So play with it. It may take a shift or two, or you might shift right into it. Toes will be out, heels will be in, facing the long side of your mat now. Fingertips reaching high. It's a big, bright star here. On the exhale, warrior two, left side towards the back of your mat. So bend the left knee deep, commit to that warrior two on the left side, facing back of the mat now, inhaling. Exhale, windmill the arms, we flow, stepping up and back, high plank, shift forward, lower half. Inhale upward, exhale, downward facing dog, full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, hover, hold. Inhaling here. Exhale, set the right foot down between the hands, spin the left foot flat. Setting up your lunge here. Inhale, warrior one, right side again. Big breath in. Breath out, hovering now. So much like we transitioned when we were facing the front of our mat, we'll transition now facing the back of our mat. So begin to shift all the weight onto the right foot. Hands are out because we're preparing to take flight. As you continue to shift weight to the right foot, take a little prep step where you're going to roll to the toes of the left side. So again, we're weighting that right foot. And then tipping the chest forward as you lift the left leg high, coming into full airplane pose, taking flight. Big breath in. Oh, let's hold for the breath out. Inhaling here. Exhale, rebend right leg. Reach those left toes back. Make your way, warrior two. Right side. Big breath in. Sink deeper, breath out. Left fingertips trailing down the left leg, right arm reaches high. The inhale is a big reach. How tall can you get? The exhale is the sweep back, reverse warrior. Big breath in, holding for the breath out. Inhale, warrior two, pit stop. Exhale, full extended side angle this time. So the right fingertips come down to the inside of the right foot. Left arm comes all the way up and over, bicep to ear, squeezing. Left fingertips reaching, reaching, reaching. See if you can spin the left shoulder open and take the gaze up to the sky. Big breath in, hold for the breath out. Inhale, star pose. So it's that little transition again. May take 1 step, 2 steps, may have to scoochity scooch with the feet, no problem at all. Toes out, heels in, reach high. Breath in, sinking deep lateral lunge now. Bend the left knee deep. As you drop in, lateral lunge. We're making our way back to the front of our mat now. So take a pivot, left foot is forward, right foot is back. Fingertip touch of the hands, low lunge towards the front of the mat. Step it up and back, high plank. Inhale, shifting forward, exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward, exhale. Downward facing dog, full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, hover, hold. Inhale here. Exhale, left foot between the hands, immediately dropping right knee down to the mat. So much like we did on the other side. Pull the left foot in a little bit. You're looking for about a 90-90 bend in both. So it's not a super spread out lunge. Boop, bring it back, 90-90. Tilt the pelvis forward, tucking the tailbone. Immediately activating right glute. Squeeze, 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 and don't let it go. Inhale, sweeping arms high, finding biceps to ears. Exhale, let's take a gentle rotation here. So right hand comes to the outside of the left knee, left fingertips sweep down and then back. Gaze comes along for the ride, eventually coming back towards that left palm. Inhale, sweep it back high, biceps to ears. Right hand reaches back now and finds that right heel. Left fingertips reach high first, then back for a big sweep and rotation. The inhale will draw us back up high again, biceps to ears. Exhale, right hand to the inside of the left foot. Here's the revolve to start with the left palm or left fingertips reaching to the sky. And then as we exhale, left hand comes to the inside of the left foot for the opposing sweep. Right hand now reaching around into the sky. Notice those gentle differences in the hip when we get those different rotations. Big sweep now, all the way back up top, biceps to ears, squaring everything. Square shoulders, square hips. If you need to move the feet a little bit, do so because, hey, we're preparing to move on. So dropping the hands down For balance, we start to shift the weight now all the way to that left foot. Fire up the right leg, strong and straight. As the chest hovers here, building our warrior one now. Spin the right foot flat. Can you pull the left hip back? Can you square the right hip forward? Here we go. Inhale, biceps to ears, warrior one, left side. Exhale, interlace the hands back behind you. Inhale, open the heart. Breath in. Whew, had a fly almost fly in my mouth there. And exhale, humble warrior, dropping the chest down just to the inside of the left thigh. If you can't keep the hands bound, no big deal. If hands are still bound, on the inhale, let's sweep it all the way back up. Big warrior one, left side. And then on the exhale, open it out. Warrior two, sink in. Let's get a full breath to commit to this warrior two. Inhale, draw shoulders up into the ears. Exhale, sinking deeper. Really commit to that warrior two lunge. Right fingertips trailing down the right leg, left arm reaches high. How tall can you get on the inhale? And then the exhale sweeps you back, reverse warrior. Inhale, pit stop, warrior two. Exhale, left forearm to left thigh. Right fingertips reach to the sky, side angle lunge. Inhaling here, holding for the exhale. Inhale, taking it back up, warrior two, just for a moment. Transition, star pose. So again, it's just a transition of the feet. Both heels in, toes out, facing the long side of your mat. Reach tall, breath in, breath out. Warrior two, right side, now facing the back of your mat. Inhale here. Exhale, we flow. Windmill the arms, one either side of the right foot. Step it up and back, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, hover, hold. Inhaling here. Exhale, left foot between the hands, spin the right foot flat. Inhale, warrior one, left side. On the exhale, drop the hands down. This is our prep to take flight. So hands coming out to take flight. Start to shift the weight to that left foot. Take a little pre-flight step here. As all the weight shifts to the left foot, come to the toes of the right foot, then tipping the chest forward so you can lift that right leg high, finding full flight in airplane pose. Full breath in, holding for the breath out. Inhaling here. Exhale, rebend left knee, reach right toes back, spinning the right foot flat, go right in, warrior two, left side. Big breath in, sink deep breath out. Right fingertips trailing down the right leg, left arm reaches high. How tall can you get? And then exhale, sweep back, reverse warrior. Inhale, pit stop, warrior two. Exhale, full extended side angle this time. Left fingertips come down. Right arm now sweeps up and over, right fingertips reaching straight above the head, biceps to the ear. See if you can spin the right shoulder open, take a peek up at the sky, big breath in, hold for the breath out. Inhale, take it up, warrior two, transition now, star pose. Toes are out, heels are in, wide side of your mat, reaching tall. And then exhale, drop deep, bending that right knee for a lateral lunge. Big breath in. Transitioning now back to the front of the mat, low lunge, facing the front of your mat. Right foot is forward, left foot is back, fingertip touch. Inhaling here. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Dropping the knees down, finding your way to child's pose, knees wide, toes together. Allow the fingertips to walk forward, forehead placing down on the mat. We'll start to bring it way down now. Gentle turns of the head right to left. We've opened it up every direction. Now time to sink in a little bit, a little slower. Using this heat that we've made, little deeper stretches. From your child's pose, I'll meet you in a seated position. So any way that you want to get there, if you want to take a down dog and a hop through to get there, please feel free to do so. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. You can just clasp the ankles, pull them in a little bit. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Bound angle, seated bound angle. Big breath in. Dropping the gaze down, breath out. Take it to shin box rotation so we can get into the hips a little bit. So from that bound angle, just bring the feet out slightly wider than hips width apart, sitting up nice and tall. You can have the hands for support on the knees. You can also post the hands back behind you for a little bit more support. Either way, we're going to start moving side to side. So the inhale, getting as tall as you can. The exhale, knees drop one side or the other. Every inhale brings them to center, every exhale drops them. So everyone looks just a little bit different here. Like I said, hands may be back behind for a little more support. You may be rolling seamlessly side to side. I also invite you to take the time to pause one side or the other. As you get there, maybe walking forward a little bit more, up a little bit more. Even play with some reaches. So just reaching out and over as you come side to side. See what feels good for you. Make sure you're even from one side to the other. If you took a hold on one side, which I took a slight hold on the right side, so I'm going to take a quick hold on the left side. Make sure you get both sides. Again, noticing. We'll meet back. You know what? Let's do this. Let's meet back in that bound angle, just because it should feel just a wee bit better this time. Soles of the feet together, knees open wide, sitting up tall. We'll fold down even more. So grab the feet, allow the chin to drop, kind of rolling the spine down as you bend the elbows. Rolling back up to the top, release the feet, extending them right out front for a seated forward fold. So first take a shake. Take a nice big inhale as you reach up tall, hinging at the hips. Exhale, hands can land anywhere. So this time resisting the urge to roll down. Keep it at that hinge of the hips and the back nice and flat. Gaze can still be soft, head can still be soft, but it's just a hinge forward here. Nice and slow, coming all the way up to seated. Oh, let's go ahead and pound out the legs here. It should feel really nice. So take the fists. Start up here in the meatiness. Coming all the way down to these big muscle groups, the strength of your legs. Find some gratitude. They hold us up all day long, y'all. All right, as you go, make your way down, skip over the knees, take it to knuckles. As you come to the outsides of the shins, the insides of the calves should feel really nice. Oh, the blood flow is flowing. The blood flow is flowing. Okie dokie, guys. If after you made your way back up, let's come on down to our backs. We'll take a few breaths on our backs, and then I'm going to go ahead and take us out. So this is another opportunity where I would encourage you, if you have the time, to lie out under the full moon, or if you're bringing in the full moon with an evening flow, take the time to press pause and take a full shavasana, because we'll just take a super quick one here. Get a couple of twists, and I'll bring us out with our howl. So hug the knees into the chest as you come down to your back. Hands placed on the knees, 2 or 3 circles each direction. Should feel really nice. Ironing out anything in the low back that needs to be ironed out. Hug the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg strong and straight. Keep the left hand clasped around the right knee, open the right arm out to a T, take a nice big breath in. On the breath out, guide the right knee across the body, dropping into your supine twist. Right shoulder continues to press to the floor. Gaze may not come over to the right hand. See how it feels. If you find yourself cranking your neck to do that, just keep the gaze right on the sky. Drawing the right knee back to the center, give it a big hug before you send it back out on the mat next to the left. Draw the left knee into the chest, give it a big squeeze tight. Open the left arm out to a T. Right hand guides the left knee across the body, dropping into your supine twist. Again, see about allowing the gaze to come over to the left hand. No big deal if it doesn't quite make it over there. Draw the left knee back into the chest, give it a big hug tight. And then dropping it out on to the mat next to the right. We'll take 3 rocks and rolls now, 3 rocks and rolls coming up to seated, as mentioned. If you'd rather stay and take a little bit longer Shavasana, get to any of those poses that we didn't get to in our slightly quicker flow today, please take the time to do so and get what you need. If you're coming out with me right now, come to seated. Find a comfortable seat. It should feel just a little bit better than it did when we started. So now coming back to your intention, we'll take 3 breaths to make some space. Breathe in your intention, and then we'll send it out into the universe under this full moon with our howls. Take a nice big inhale in through the nose. Open mouth, release. Ha. Again, inhale, draw it in. Release. Ha. Last one, inhaling. Release. Ha. Sending it out now with our full howl. So the inhale is the prep for the howl. The exhale, go ahead and howl it out. I'll do it with you. Here we go. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, howling it out. Ah. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale. Ah. Final breath, this January wolf moon, let me hear you howl. Inhale, bring it in, making space for everything that you need. Exhale, out. Awesome job, guys. January, it's going to be a good one. Thanks for joining me. The light and the howls in me. See the light and the house in you. Namaste, my friends.